Good morning, everybody. It's Lynn, the Leather Bag Lady. How are you all today? This is my third attempt at doing this video. I'm not feeling all that great. My voice is sounding a little deeper than normal. Just not feeling 100%. So maybe that's got something to do with it. I don't know. It's a stinky, stinky hot day here in Canada, Southern Ontario, Canada. We are having a couple of the hottest days we've had this summer. The poor kids going back to school today. They want to wear all their fall clothes, and it is going to be in the low 40s today. So I feel for you, kids. I'm about to close the blind once we're done our video here and just see what the rest of the day holds in terms of how hot this house is going to get. We got back from the trailer last evening and it was 79 in here. And that is with the blinds being closed all weekend. Nobody in and out, no body heat, no lights on. So we will see how we do later on this evening. Anyway, today's bag is a couple of favorites for me. If you follow me regularly, you know how I feel about suede. So we have a suede bag for you today and also burgundy. I love burgundy. So we have a double whammy in terms of what I love today is this little Hush Puppies burgundy suede top handle bag. Now, suede is really difficult to photograph and it's really difficult to film because the nap, if the bag is still in good condition, the nap is still pliable, it still moves under your hand, and oftentimes it can look like staining, it can look like dark areas. Now, this little bag does have a couple of little darker areas. There's a little, you can't even see it. I think you can see it in the photos on Etsy. There it is. There's just a little, and again, depending on how the light hits it, there's a little dark spot there, and there is a little bit of darkening in the corners. But suede and on the foot panel. But absolutely, see the little paws, the little Hush Puppy paws? But absolutely nothing that is, I wouldn't present you a bag that wasn't in great condition. Now, there is one other little thing. Now, you can't even really see it in the video. The teeth right in this seam, they must have not pulled the zipper tight, and one side is just a little bit above the other. But it does not affect the zipper in any way. It opens the whole way and it closes fine. So just, like I said, you can't even really, well, you can see it a little bit there. It's just, the seam is intact. It's not, yeah, you can barely see it. But I always show you absolutely everything. And the zipper, the zipper is fine. There's no issue with the zipper. It opens all the way. It is there. You can see it, just a little lump right there. Somebody didn't do their stitching properly. Love the little scallop detail here. This is a pocket. Goes all the way down to the bottom. And then you've got that pocket on the back, which again goes all the way down to the bottom. Inside, there's your Hush Puppies. You've got your logoed fabric. And there is a piece of plastic that creates this gusset on the bottom. And it's kind of curled up a little bit. This poor bag, I'm making it sound like it's a junk heap, but it really isn't. It's beautiful. Love the color. Just love, love, love the color. And it is only a top handle. But doesn't this say fall? It just, I don't know. Love suede, love this color. So there you go. That is today's bag. So hopefully you all had a great holiday. You did have a holiday. I know we had A busy weekend. Friday was a bit of a whirlwind. I didn't get a chance to do a video for you. Pius was done very early on Friday, and I had taken my clients out on the Thursday, so we had the whole day. My aunt passed away Saturday morning. So my mom and my aunt were on their way Saturday evening to Scotland, but she passed before they got there. So they are there now, and we'll be there for the funeral, I guess. At least that's one thing. So Friday was a bit of a crazy day. We went and visited my mom after Pius got home, just to see her before she flew out. So my dad's home alone. Hope he's behaving. It's his birthday tomorrow, so I don't know. I haven't heard from my sister in a while, so I don't know whether we'll do something for him. He said don't worry about it, but can't let your dad's birthday come and go without anything. And so Friday was a busy day. We got to the trailer, and so Pius and I have what we call our trailer tequila. Pius will have the odd tequila. I know he had a few when we were in Mexico. Not my cup of tea, but we both love Zambuca. So we call Zambuca our trailer tequila. And we've started doing this. As soon as we get there, we have a little shot of tequila, we cheers each other, and we are setting ourselves up for a fantastic weekend. I don't know what happened on Friday. I have no idea. I mean, we enjoy a drink. We have a couple of drinks on the weekend at the trailer. We do not participate in any of that during the week. But we had one shot of tequila, and we hadn't done groceries yet. We hadn't gone and picked up our date night pizza yet from Godfather's in Cayuga. And I looked at Pius. I said, I'm bombed. And he's like, do you want another one? I was like, okay. So we had 2 shots of tequila, and not tequila, Zambuca. And that was it. We didn't go anywhere. We raided whatever was in the freezer and a couple of chicken burgers, and that's what we had for dinner. Oh my goodness me. We were drunks as skunks. It was unreal. We had a beautiful fire. It was a cooler night, and it was a great, great evening. And then Pius decides to go and take his beloved golf cart and go for a little bit of a ride. So we end up heading up to the party hill, and they were playing horseshoes. Well, does Pius not join them? And next thing I know, he signed up for a tournament on Sunday. So we had a wonderful time meeting lots of new people in the park, and there's some really, really cool folks. And he made it to the quarterfinals, I think. He had a very competitive partner, so he was not enjoying the fact that Pius was a little rusty, and Pius decided, screw that. So I did not participate. I just couldn't. Saturday, no drinky poos for me. But I got bitten. You see the bruise? Something bit me. I don't know what it is, and that's what happened. Now the bruise is getting quite green and yellow, so it's maybe on the mend. It all swelled up right here. So I got bitten like you wouldn't believe. I got a bite on the side of my head, so you can see it right there. It was terrible. It was just terrible. I don't know what it is about me, but they love me. I think I got the most mosquito bites this weekend because we were out and about and doing all kinds of different things. We had our neighbors up. Pius, my goodness me, the poor man. We have a neighbor on the other side of us who I think has only been to the trailer 3 times since we've bought the trailer. And he dragged him to the tournament. Pius went back to the trailer for a pee break and grabbed Trevor and said, come on, buddy. I don't think this young man he's a single guy. He's got a tiny little trailer, and I don't think he's ever been off his lot. And Pius was like, I'm not taking no for an answer. Grab a couple of drinks and let's go. So So much for keeping to ourselves, right? So much for just it being the two of us. Oh my goodness me. But it was a great weekend. The only thing that we had Pius's daughter Rebecca and her husband Mitch and the wee one yesterday. We didn't do any fairy stuff yesterday, but we had this little tiny pool. We didn't want to take her in the big pool just because she's still recovering from her hospital stay a week or so ago. She has, they're pretty sure she has asthma, and she's not even 2 yet. So they have to be very careful. So we had a little tiny pool that, well, we thought it was a pool. It's not a pool at all. It literally is like a little floaty for a very young child to sit in, which you could put some water in. We bought it because we wanted something to dip our feet in when it was a day like yesterday and today. But anyway, Tegan played in it. She had a great time, loved the golf cart. And then we had Mitch, who has some experience with trailer repair, look at our trailer. Because I think I've shared with you already that there is some water damage in our trailer, which we did not pick up when we bought it. We were way too excited, way too blindsided by the fact that we were buying a trailer. We did not do our due diligence, and we are going to pay for it because Mitch's diagnosis was get rid of it, and which we can't. I mean, we've just bought it. There's no way we can swallow the tens of thousands that we've paid for this trailer. So I experienced yesterday the itchiest eyes. I have a very mild allergy to mold, which we know there is some mold in the back end of the trailer, which happens to be where our bedroom is. Now, could part of it be this cold that I have? Possibly, and I'm hoping that is the case because we had to go buy me Visine. We had to, I mean, I just wanted to rip my eyes right out of my head. And that's what happens to me. Sometimes when I'll pick up the vintage bags, and if I pull the liner out and there's not even visible mold spores and I touch my eyes, the whites of my eyes will swell right up. It's really attractive. So we didn't get quite that far yesterday, but it's a bit of a big deal for me. So, you know, when Mitch and Rebecca left yesterday, I just said, so what do you think? What are we going to do? And Pi said, we're just going to have to try and fix it. I mean, Mitch's prognosis is you will never truly find where the water's coming in. And you can see where the crudest of home repair jobs were made. We didn't even know. So it's very frustrating because now not only do we have issues here, but we now have issues in our happy place, which is, I don't know, just not having much luck, are we? So anyway, that was right at the tail end of yesterday. So we're still kind of trying to process it a little bit, but we're going to have to rip it apart and try our best to keep going, keep ripping it apart until we find where the damage is. Some of the tip out roof has been replaced. And that's where the globs of silicone are. And Mitch said the RV industry does not use silicone at all because it is just not flexible enough if you're, you know, transporting a trailer or whatnot. So he just said they would not use that. So what are you going to do? There's nothing we can do about it. We can't dump it. We're going to be paying for it for 5 years. So we don't have the finances to dump that and then go on and buy something else. So we'll try and make the best of it for as long as we can. And hopefully we can get it to the point where I'm not reacting to it. We'll do some research. We'll try and get some mold resistant materials to repair it with, just in case we are not able to find the exact location where the water is coming in. But is that a mosquito in here? I hope not. No. The trailer isn't level at the moment, so that's not helping. And yeah, wah, wah, wah. But you know what? We'll do our best. We will customize the ass out of it if we're ripping it apart. I can tell you that for sure, because we will make it perfect for us, and hopefully we can solve the problem enough that we can still enjoy it. But that was our weekend. So hopefully you guys had a great weekend, a great break, and everybody made it back. I said to Pies, everything okay at work? Everybody made it home back? Nobody's in jail? Nobody's... Because sometimes these long weekends, especially in trailer parks, oh my goodness me, there were some very drunk people. And Pius was one of them. But not as drunk as he was that night here. No, I said to him, we had lasagna for dinner, and I said, I do not want to be cleaning this up later. So, just be warned. And he was like, okay, I'll slow down. Such a cutie patootie. Shoulder's still killing him. Obviously, he's lucky that his shoulder injury is not on his dominant hand. So that is why he was still able to participate in, the activities over the weekend. But it still did, obviously he's moving a lot more and flexing a lot more. So he paid for it. He did. But as he said, he goes, I don't have a surgeon's consultation till next May. He goes, I am not having a life. He said, I'm sorry, I'm not doing it. We saw so many bikes this weekend. And we actually kind of missed the bike weekend. We should have been in Mackay with our friends Chuck and Tara this weekend, which we didn't do. And yeah, we saw a lot of couples out on their bikes. And oh well. What can we do? Can't do anything about it. So hopefully you're going to have a great day, a productive day, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.